Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about shooting time lapses in photo and video modes on your camera, as well as shooting time lapses on your phone. So yeah, let's get right into it. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be talking to you guys about shooting time lapses on your phone or camera. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is shooting time lapses on your camera. So this is how you want to do it. So step 1 is you want to find a stable surface to do your time lapse. If not, do your time lapse with a tripod. This helps your footage be more stable and more visible. The second step is you want to use manual settings on your camera. So for example, you want to set your shutter speed, aperture, ISO, focus and white balance to manual. This prevents the settings from changing mid-time lapse and affecting the final result of the time lapse, and it gives you more control over the final result of your time lapse. So the first thing you want to do is you want to set your aperture, followed by your shutter speed and your ISO accordingly. Next, you want to set your white balance. As for the white balance, you can either use the presets that comes with your camera. If not, you can also set your color temperature manually. As for focus, you will want to set it to manual, and this is very important. I'll show you an example on screen right now. During this time lapse that I took in Malacca last year, I forgot to set the focus on the camera to manual, and as you can see, it gives this really jerky effect on the final time lapse because the camera is trying to focus again after every shot. So setting your camera to manual focus will prevent this from happening. Step 3 is you want to set your camera to either interval shooting, time-lapse mode, or you can use your intervalometer. So usually if you're taking like humans walking or moving, I'll suggest using an interval of 2 to 3 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. As for landscape time lapses, like clouds and stuff, I recommend using an interval of maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds. And if you're doing star shooting, like the one I did a few months back in Indonesia, you want to set your interval to every 30 seconds. And yes, that's basically the shooting part of making time lapses on your camera. Right now I'll be talking about using the video mode on your camera for shooting time lapses. This is basically the easiest way that most people do it. You leave your camera there for I guess about 5-10 minutes, and what you want to do is you want to just take a video, and what you will do after that is you're going to speed it up in post. There's a good and bad about doing this. The good thing is it's more convenient and it's easier for most people to do, but the bad thing is you have lesser flexibility on how your final image looks. So for example, if I'm doing photo mode for time lapses at night, I'm able to slow my shutter speed to I guess maybe 3 seconds, so you'll be able to capture more light, and then you'll be able to use a lower ISO, and you can capture the light trails on like roads and stuff. But this is not achievable in video mode. But even so, you can still, let's say I'm shooting in 24 frames per second, and I'm able to slow my shutter speed down to 1/30th of a second. So if you're doing time lapses, then that's what you want to do. You're going to slow down your shutter speed. Your ISO will come down with that as well. This allows for more motion blur, as can be seen over here right now, and doesn't give your time lapse such a jerky effect like in another example over here right now. Another thing I forgot to mention is that let's say you're shooting time lapses and photo mode on your camera, what you're going to be using is you're going to be using aperture priority. So you're going to manually set your aperture, and your camera will basically adjust the shutter speed to the time of the day. So let's say you're doing a day to night time lapse. As the day progresses, the camera will slow down the shutter speed so that your image will be exposed properly. And as for video mode, that depends on you. You can either use manual or you can use shutter priority. For that, I don't have much experience using video mode for time lapses because I don't really like the look of shooting time lapses in video mode. So it's up to you to decide. right now what we're going to be talking about is using time-lapse mode on your phone. So my phone is actually down there. I'm using it as a light right now. So basically what you want to do when you're shooting time-lapses on your phone, you're going to obviously open your camera app and you're going to change your time-lapse mode. There are other camera apps, time-lapse camera apps that you can use as well. I'm just going to put their names down here so you can check them out. But what you want to do is, if you have manual control over your time-lapses, you should try to use that. I would probably make a video about using manual settings on your camera in the future, but yeah, that's not for now. Right now we're talking about time-lapses. So what you want to do on your phone as well is you're going to set the interval accordingly, like what I said earlier. So 2 to 5 seconds for people walking, 10 to 15 seconds for clouds moving, and I don't recommend using a phone for nighttime star time lapses and stuff, because phones can't do it. So yeah, I don't recommend using phones for star time lapses. You're going to pretty much do the same thing as well. You're going to make sure your phone, is on a nice stable ground so it doesn't get too much camera shake. Something I realized that most phones have is that they will start to overheat as you shoot time lapses for long periods of time, like let's say after 20 minutes, 1 hour. So yeah, that's another thing you want to keep in mind. You won't want your phone to be overheating and risk the chance of it exploding. And yes, so that's pretty much how you shoot time lapses. If you guys want to see another video about post-processing for doing time lapses for photo and for video, yeah, just leave a like. I'll probably do it maybe in the next 1 month as well. So yes, that's how you shoot time lapses. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be releasing my presets very soon, which should be very exciting. And also I have a few videos and probably a new series coming up, so yeah, I'm very excited for that. So yes, thanks for watching this video, and yeah, catch you in the next one.